Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. The Chief Technology Officer of Ripple announced that he never traded 26 million XRP for any other cryptocurrency. Since it is the internet, all sorts of claims have been made. Even if it becomes rather sluggish at times, some people are making ridiculous claims about how many XRP he supposedly had. Everything that other people are saying about you selling billions of XRP for ETH is completely unfounded, including his claims that he hasn't. The claims are what they are, after all. Given that David Schwartz is listed as one of the developers of XRP on the XRP ledger, I can see why people would be curious. Additionally, there is this. CTO slams Cardano founder's response on Ethergate, calling it absurd. I'm sick of this Ripple. Since this whole thing began about a year and a half ago, and because Charles Hoskinson still won't stop yapping, I'm going to presume that the majority of you have some idea of what's going on here. He simply will not cease spewing his ridiculous and deceitful remarks. I put in a lot of time and effort into making a thread that debunks all of the false claims made by Charles Hoskinson, co-founder of Ethereum and Cardano, and it has since gone viral on social media platform X. I have featured it in great detail on my channel at least twice. He's making a lot of claims about the XRP community, and how terrible it is for me since everyone is evil and assaulting me. He also claims that everything is part of a larger conspiracy. Plus, I have dismantled every one of his justifications. I went to tremendous pains to transcribe every word he uttered, noted everything, took notes, wrote it all down, and went through it in real chronological sequence during interviews. Subsequently, I underlined his assertions and pointed out why they are untrue. I am sick of doing this since I have already done it. However, the XRP community is talking about it a lot. I guess it's my duty to bring it up somehow. At least until I've had enough of this subject on a personal level. I get it, though, other people are curious. Even though it's not solely about me, I will still report on it. I don't remember David ever mentioning this before, but it was intriguing nevertheless. Exactly what happened is a mystery to me. Also, this struck a chord. So, you're going to have a good time. So let's repeat what David Schwartz told Charles Hoskinson. Even though I'm sick of talking about it, I think you'll really like it. Even though I'm sick of hearing about this subject, I enjoyed reading David Schwartz's article. And with that out of the way, let me be quite clear. I am not a financial expert, and do not intend to provide any advice in this area. Also, you shouldn't base any purchases or sales on what I say, right? As a hobby, I enjoy making films on YouTube regarding cryptocurrency for fun. I'm just an enthusiast. Oh, and for pure entertainment's sake. It was April 16th, and that table setter was lightning fast. An article from the crypto fundamental Ripple claiming not to be a billionaire, the CTO has between 1 million and 10 million XRP. His recent revelation of his XRP holdings was intriguing, because he had never disclosed them before. Therefore, this does help to refine the focus a little. There's a rather large difference between 1 million and 10 million, isn't there? However, someone did approach him and want to know. He made the amusing statement, "I am not a billionaire," and that was his point. Someone asserted that he was worth $1 billion. He categorically denied being a billionaire just yet. My own vessel still needs a captain. I found it amusing that my mansion is completely free of anything. Therefore, on April 15th, he reposted that. On November 24th, he responded to a question about his XRP holdings in a different post. We still don't know its precise location as of 2020, when estimates ranged from more than 1 million to less than 10 million. And I recall, way back when, I think it was around 5 or 6 years ago, I was listening to an interview with David Schwartz that had been conducted in 2015 or 2016. He was completely forthright without being probed. If he had been, the subject may have simply surfaced, or he may have been asked directly. Gaskin was unafraid to admit it, but he possessed 16 million XRP that is now floating around in circulation. That data is already out there for everyone to see. He possessed 16 million XRP, which is not hidden, but I was unaware of its peak form. And I'd like to mention this before I forget. This is what I find fascinating. Even though he founded XRP, David Schwartz did not receive any of it for free. This may be known to some of you, but it is true nonetheless. Under the stars, he made XRP. XRP distributed ledger in a group of 3. He was left empty-handed. Oh, by the way, he had no ownership stake in RippleNet. And he was there right from the start. In your memory, this whole thing started with him. And that, as far as I can tell, is why he didn't. The fact that he could have gotten that is irrelevant. That's what I get. He was simply not interested in it. I want to be really honest with you and explain that I am not sure about this. However, my understanding is that he had legal worries due to the early stages of crypto's development, which is based on what I've learned in the past. Give this some serious consideration. They began developing XRP in 2012. It all started in 2011, when Jed McCaleb had the bright notion to start constructing something similar. Thus, Bitcoin was all of around 2 years old, at the very least. But, it was unclear whether the government would impose severe penalties at that stage. Additionally, in its early stages, the government, particularly at the federal level, paid it little attention, perhaps more attention than they would have liked now. Hence it was a complete waste of his time. Thus, he paid for all of his XRP with his own funds. And in the end, he had 26 million XRP when he was at his height. He recently revealed that. As the title suggests, this is a fresh piece from the Crypto Basic. And it is shown here. David Schwartz, CTO of Ripples, has come clean about his previous holdings of 26 million XRP coins, saying that he never sold them to buy other cryptocurrencies. During a recent conversation with Charles Hoskinson on X, Schwartz made this revelation. That will be covered more in the bio of Cardano's creator. Schwartz and Hoskinson got into an angry argument during their talks, which piqued the interest of others in the community. Rich people debating an X-user made the remark, "Good Lord," but the CTO of Ripples denied being a billionaire, a claim he has maintained throughout. As for the other commentator, they continued by saying that the SEC statement proved that Schwartz sold billions of XRP to purchase Ethereum tokens. Based on this proviso, by coming clean about his XRP holdings, the Ripple CEO corrected Mrs. Constant claims that he was a billionaire. To be more specific, Schwartz admitted to possessing over 26 million XRP among his other cryptocurrency holdings. Based on this information, it appears that the Ripple executives' current holdings of XRP are lower than they were during their high. Indeed, we are fully aware of that. After that, he claims it states in addition, the CTO of Ripple claimed that he bought XRP and ETH with part of his Bitcoin holdings. On the other hand, he did mention that, with a few exceptions, he has never bought other cryptocurrencies with XRP tokens. I can't remember the last time I traded XRP for another cryptocurrency. Schwartz disclosed. According to his post, MIP Holding, he sold 26 million XRP after selling Bitcoin, and now we have ETH. I don't recall ever selling XRP to purchase another cryptocurrency, unless for very unusual reasons. Then there was the question of whether he simply sold XRP whenever he needed money. That being the case, I have my doubts. However, given my prior observations, I would have assumed the worst regardless. This was written by him yesterday, and he has said similar things before. He actually made a similar statement in another post, which he linked to. According to him, he and his wife had already decided to take adequate precautions when we first talked about holding cryptocurrency. As fresh all-time highs were reached, I proceeded according to my plan and sold Bitcoin and XRP. Because of that, many consider it. What a fascinating tactic. Even with all the uncertainty, he is only maintaining his composure. Another thing, we essentially have the same investment plan, which is something I never considered before. Don't you think it's incredibly similar? My 2017 visit is relevant here. Even though I thought it was a bubble, I never managed to amass enough XRP to be interested in selling it. I was right, it's going to pop. However, I am perceiving the plan as a whole in that light. Although it's not surprising that he's been an adult for a while, it's intriguing that he's approaching it in a similar manner, and not acting like your average retail speculator. Once we reach new all-time highs and enter price discovery, we'll start scaling out. For now, I won't sell a single XRP. Next, he reveals, I'm naturally a very risk-averse person. My successes go unnoticed, but my losses hit me hard. Obviously, I have no grounds for complaint, even though I am still exposed to more risk than I am comfortable with. As a tween, I've heard similar arguments about putting all your eggs in one basket and similar topics. Digital money with Ripple. And I completely see where he's coming from professionally, what with his time at Ripple and all. Because he has been involved with cryptocurrency almost from the start, at least it has been very successful thus far, hasn't it? Well, that concludes our video. Your support in the form of a like and a subscription would mean the world to me. Coming up shortly, farewell.